And I can't even begin to explain how my life has changed since I made a decision to get sober. Doesn't mean my life's perfect, by no means. I still go through bill problems, waking up some days dealing with mental health, just not even caring no more, right? Then there's some days that I wake up that I'm so happy that I'm sober and everything is going good. But then in the back of my mind, honestly, I'm waiting for something to happen, right? Because for so long in my life, anytime something good happens, something bad happens, right? And I'm just telling you how I feel, right? And I know there's a lot of people out there that's just like me. I've said it before in videos. I spent multiple years in and out of prison, walking the yards of level 3s, level 2s. I've never been to no level 1. I was never fortunate enough to go to one of those, I guess. Never did no Fed time. But I've done everything else, man. I have cried in a cell by myself, asking myself, why do I keep doing this, man? Why do I keep putting myself through this, right? Telling myself that I'm never, ever, ever going to mess with heroin again. And then the moment I got released. A matter of fact, the night I was getting released, I was already contemplating where I was going to get high. Because, see, I knew in my mind that as soon as I hit the neighborhood again, since I've been gone for a while, people going to bless me. And that's what I did, man. I gave up on myself before I ever even got out. And then when I would come home, man, I would just continue to use. Stop going to POs. Next thing you know, I've accepted the fact that I'm going back to prison. And I embrace it. I'm like, fuck it. It is what it is. But see, that's crazy, right? We don't have to live like that, man. It wasn't until this last go around that I truly, honestly, even though I didn't really want to get sober, I knew I didn't want to die in prison. I knew that I didn't want to die in the streets through gang violence. I just didn't, man. Like, I truly wanted to come home and live a life like all the rest of these people's living, right? A good life, going to work, having a car payment, going to church, go to dinner on a Friday night, right? See, that's what I wanted to do. And for so long, man, I never did none of that stuff, right? See, I remember I would have people that ask me if I want to go out of town with them, right? Go on vacation. I couldn't never go because I couldn't leave my neighborhood because this is where I was comfortable, where I would get my sack at. This is where I would get everything I need to survive for the day, right? And when I would go out of town, I don't know nobody. And I wasn't willing to be sick. So addiction controlled my life, man. So when I get on here and I talk about addiction, man, I'm qualified for it. You can believe that, man. I've been to 13 rehabs. I've overdosed in a rehab. Been gang affiliated. In and out of prison, like I said, man. Homeless, all of it. All the consequences that comes besides being dead from addiction, I've suffered. And I've overdosed, like I said. So when I came home this last time, man, I just started working. I stayed away from the people, man, that was negative in my life. And eventually, I started liking it. I started realizing that they ain't no friends of mine, man. If they was friends of mine, they wouldn't have been doing what they was doing with me, right? Because, see, a true friend is going to look out for you and ask you how you're doing. A true friend is going to tell you not to do that type of stuff. But a person that's stuck in addiction with you is going to try and talk you into it, right? Because misery loves company. Now, see, I was one of those guys, too, that taught my friends into stuff. I was a bad friend to people, man. And see, today, I'm sober. Today, I live my life helping others that struggle with addiction, right? Ones that's homeless. I try to help them find a way to get them a grant to get on their feet, man. Like, I go out and hand out clothes to the people, man. I help feed the homeless. Like, I work in the treatment center today. helping the ones that are truly busted, man. I go all around Indiana giving my story to people, man. And it's amazing. It truly honestly is. Today I got a platform, Felonies to Recovery. I'm in the process of doing a 501c. So that way I can give back to the felons for real, man. See, this is what motivates me today. My sobriety is what motivates me. I love you guys. Stay sober.